People been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it, made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pics or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga, let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastate him, I'm calculating my next move. UPK with real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for bars, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Vengeance in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like tug of war, resist or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On go like a German shepherd, young and a restless. Wear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
If Rome ain't know that, what is it?
Shalom Israel, this is the Isupk, started out on 1 West, 125th Street on the Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm precinct officer of 5. Coming to you with the Chicago Brotherhood class tonight. You know what I'm saying? As always, I'm with my main man, precinct officer of 1000, Kariyash Bangad. Get a brother a hand. If you have any questions or anything, put them into the group chat. We'll get to them ASAP. Any questions in the room? No questions in the room, so we get straight into my topic until you put your questions into the group chat. Okay, my topic today is black and brown households. You know what I'm saying? We got to realize that the black and the brown household is essential on building our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look throughout history, you know what I'm saying, of in slavery in America, you know what I'm saying, when we first got out of slavery, you know what I'm saying, our households was intact. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the percentage of divorce rates and different things of that nature, the black and the brown households was intact, you know what I'm saying, up to the tune of 78%. Now, if you look up the divorce rate, you know what I'm saying, of the black community and the brown community, it's at a number, you know what I'm saying, looming around that 70%. You know what I'm saying, in the opposite direction, you know what I'm saying? So we have to realize as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that this system is set up, you know what I'm saying, and brown households. And what that means for our community is that we continue to move in the opposite direction of of building this thing, you know what I'm saying, making this thing better for our people. You know what I'm saying? We can't build, you know what I'm saying, a house on faulty ground, and you know what I'm saying, if we can't, you know what I'm saying, build our own individual households, how can we build cities? You know what I'm saying? How could we come together as a nation? And we can't come together and forgive those people in our own household. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that as blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, get right into the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We got the got a couple videos for you all as well. Got that video up, priest. You know what I'm saying? Let's start by watching that video right there you got pulled up. You know, this one, sure. Yeah, if you could, please. This is a video that I saw earlier. We're not gonna be able to hear it. They can hear it on their end.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, you out, bro. This video I saw earlier, it just rained so clear that Christianity is destroying the black and the brown community. You know what I'm saying? Why do I say that? Is because for hundreds of years we've been following Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Following this doctrine, you know what I'm saying, that was given to us by our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? And they not teaching the words of this scripture. They're not teaching the things we need to live our lives by, to build our people up. You know what I'm saying? This is a pure example, you know what I'm saying, of young women being asked an essential question, you know what I'm saying, that has with the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household. You know what I'm saying? It's an essential question on like almost like a ranking system. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing these sisters answer, knowing they've been brought up either in Islam or in Christianity, it shows what's such a pitiful job that our Christian pastors are doing to teach, you know what I'm saying, our young people the Bible. You know
Son, your father or your husband?
My son. I'm putting my son first. My father, then my husband.
My son, and then my daddy, and then my husband.
My son. My father, then my husband.
Why the husband last? Let me know something.
Because regardless, if me and him together or not, my daddy and my son gonna be there. So fuck it.
Son and husband, or my son, my husband, and my daddy.
My son, my father, my husband, yeah.
Why y'all put husband last? Let me know something.
I love my daddy and I love my son.
I birthed my son. Why wouldn't he be first? And my husband, my daddy, like, man, that's my daddy. Come on, you my husband. Husband, son, father.
I feel like if I get married, my husband is supposed to be like the head of the house. That's supposed to be, you know, the leader or whatever. And then,
if I could free, hey, free. Yeah, this, you know, I'm laughing, man, but this is not a laughing matter if you think about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. Because we seeing these women and we could be like, oh, this is just, you know what I'm saying, whatever crowd this was, whatever the case may be. But to keep it all the way 1,000, man, this is how majority of our women think. You got to look. He asked, you know what I'm saying, about five women this question. And, you know, he got the wrong answer from, you know what I'm saying, basically 90% of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if one woman actually answered it the way, you know what I'm saying, that she should answer it, you know what I'm saying, by your husband being first. You know what I'm saying? And we just going, in Isupk, we about educating our people in the right ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to educate you on how things are supposed to go. So Karyash, grab for me the end of Genesis chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of see, you know, how this whole marriage thing started off and how God intended this to be. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so what scripture?
2 and 20. Start at 2 and 22.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 22. In the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman and brought her unto the man.
Now, you know what I'm saying, as we know, you know what I'm saying, the Bible speaks in metaphors. You know what I'm saying? The Bible speaks in metaphors and similes all throughout the Bible, you know what I'm saying, and parables. You know what I'm saying? So this, when it's saying that the rib that man that he took from man, that God took from man, you know what I'm saying, and he brought forth a woman, you know what I'm saying? He's really talking about he got a woman out of his own family, you know what I'm saying, his own lineage. You know what I'm saying? He got a woman from that. That's what he means by he took, you know what I'm saying, the man's rib. But read, priest.
Verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
This is bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. This was also spoken of Laban, you know, flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. These things, you know what I'm saying, just means that they're part of the same family. Right. You know what I'm saying? Read.
She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man.
Read.
Verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother.
A man shall do what?
Shall leave his father and his mother.
So these people are supposed to leave. This man is supposed to leave his mother and his father. Read.
And shall cleave unto his wife.
And shall do what?
Shall cleave unto his wife. And they shall be one flesh.
And they shall be what?
One flesh.
They shall be one flesh. You know what I'm saying? This means that, so does this mean that just a man should leave his mother and his father? Okay, so what would you say about that, priest?
Like, what scripture will I pull, or?
No, just stay right here and just break it down for me.
Meaning, so it says they shall be one flesh. If he cleaving onto her, I mean, she got to cleave back onto him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's 100% right. But what does it mean to leave your mother and your father?
Oh, it's like saying, you go start your own family.
Damn right.
You leave that household you was once a part of.
Damn right.
And you go start your own house.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? When you come together with your husband or you come together with your wife, you're supposed to leave the family that you had and build your own household. You know what I'm saying? You being the head as the man and your wife being right there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, by your side. You know what I'm saying? Up right under you, raising these kids in the right fashion. This is the way that, you know what I'm saying, a black and a brown household is supposed to go. You know what I'm saying, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because this is the beginning and this shows you how things are supposed to, you know what I'm saying, go throughout all our nations, you know what I'm saying, throughout all our generations, if I may say that, generations. So if you have any questions or comments, put them in the group chat, you know what I'm saying, put them in there right away. We get to them as soon as possible. But, Kariash, you got something else on that, priest?
As far as the scripture, sir?
Yeah, kind of.
No, so that was it.
Okay, so drop that. I want you to grab for me 1 Corinthians chapter 11. You know what I'm saying? So we can understand, you know what I'm saying, how things are supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that everything in Israel is decent and in order. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we're operating so sloppy as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is because our leadership has let us down as a community. You don't have pastors that open up this Bible and tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. They tell you what sounds good so you can continue to live your life the way you do and just be comfortable coming weekly and giving your tithes to the church. But this is not profiting our community. You know what I'm saying? What they're being is, you know what I'm saying, wicked leaders, blind leading the blind. They don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to follow, you know what I'm saying, Christ, Yahweh Shai, our King. They don't want to do these things because why? Just like the wicked leaders, you know what I'm saying, during Christ's time, it doesn't profit their pockets. You know what I'm saying? The things that Christ does and what he does for his people, you know what I'm saying, giving his people life, these things, you know what I'm saying, hinder men that's controlling them right now with a false wicked doctrine. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to that scripture if I could, please. All right. You got it?
1 Corinthians 11 and
1.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Be ye what?
Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
This is the Apostle Paul. He's saying, be ye followers of me as I am a follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying, what we should all do as Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Follow the man that's following Christ, man. Don't follow these wicked leaders that just pacify their demons. You know what I'm saying? That just do whatever, you know what I'm saying, their lustful flesh yearns after. You know what I'm saying? And teach you to do the same thing, man. Teach you that, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to just be fine with being a sinner. Supposed to be fine with, you know what I'm saying, continue to be a lustful child molester or a rapist. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just be fine with continuing to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you come to church and you pay your tithes. I guess that's the way to go, huh? You know what I'm saying? But we, in the Isupk, you know what I'm saying, we take the task serious, you know what I'm saying, to run our household. We don't take this as a light thing, the job and the task that we have set before us. You know what I'm saying? But read.
Come. Verse 2. Now I praise you, brother, that you remember me in all things.
In all what?
In all things.
This is in all things. You know what I'm saying? This is not in just one category. This is in all things, in everything that we do as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read.
Come. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances.
And keep what?
Keep the ordinances.
You got to keep things in order. Read.
As I delivered them unto you.
As I what?
Delivered them unto you.
Like, just like I instructed you to do these things, you got to keep everything in that proper order. You know what I'm saying? We as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are getting too lax in us just, you know what I'm saying, following orders in the right fashion. We want to do things on our own time. We want to do things how we feel like things should be done. Why not just follow the orders that was given to you from the most powerful men on the earth, the most amazing men on the earth, the brothers that's following our King, the most amazing man to walk the face of the earth? Why not just follow that? You know what I'm saying? And see how that works for you. Because the things that you know what I'm saying, come to your wicked mind, obviously ain't working in this place. Because we're not getting no kind of traction in this place. We're not moving in no type of direction. We just running around here like chickens with our head cut off. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to be destroyed by whatever comes in our path. You know what I'm saying? Even James said that, you know what I'm saying, that you can't, you know what I'm saying, be double-minded because you're going to be like, you know what I'm saying, the wind's going to toss you to and fro and you're going to follow whatever comes in your path and you're going to be destroyed, man. If you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, the ordinance that was set, you know what I'm saying, by our King Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, by our, the Most High Power, you know what I'm saying? These ordinances these instructions that was given to the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all throughout this Bible. But read.
Verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
But the head of every man is who?
The head of every man is Christ.
Christ is our King, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, we do, you know what I'm saying, it should be under the direction of our King. You know what I'm saying? The head of every man is Christ. Read.
Come on, sir. And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is who?
The man.
The man. The head of the woman is the man. So if you give this man your body, you know what I'm saying, little girls, little black, Hispanic, and Native Indian girls, if you give this man your body, you know what I'm saying, the most precious thing that you can give to a person, not your signature on a piece of paper, not your ring finger, you know what I'm saying, to a piece of metal. You know what I'm saying? Your body, your you know what I'm saying, that is what's precious over all the things that I just named. You know what I'm saying? If you give a man that, you are giving him charge of your life. You are calling this man your head. You know what I'm saying? So whatever relationship you had with daddy, you know what I'm saying, you can have a good relationship with your father, but you got to understand that this man now reigns supreme over your life. You are giving him to be your head. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't take that as a light thing, because when you give a man to be your head, that's like one of the sisters said, you know, my daddy always going to be there. My son is always going to be there. But this man, we have made things so light in this place that marriage doesn't mean the same thing that it meant when God created us, when he created marriage for us. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be a death do you part. Nobody put asunder, meaning nobody should separate this thing. You know what I'm saying? This is what marriage is supposed to bring. But here in America, under Christianity, under leader, in the guise of Christianity and of Islam, we have lost the significance of marriage. You know what I'm saying? As a people, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But this is how the ordinance and the order is supposed to go. Start that again from the top, priest, if you could. And if you want to interject at any point, you can, priest. You know. All right.
There's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is what?
Christ.
Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Is who?
Is the man.
Is the man. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is who?
God.
The Most High Power is the head of Christ. So that's also cutting everybody that tells you that Christ is God. You know what I'm saying? If Christ is God, why does he have a head? Why does he have somebody that rules over him? You know what I'm saying? He's not the Most High Power. You know what I'm saying? We have a ranking system and everything is in order with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this place. You know what I'm saying? And if, in order for us to get it back in proper leadership like we supposed to be on the face of this earth, we have to understand that we have to be in order, decent and in order. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Apostle Paul just gave to these people. I want you to drop that out and grab for me 1 Timothy 3 and 4. I'm saying, we got Big Bon Gad in this place, you know what I'm saying? He's learning about that whole marriage thing, man. Big Bon Gad, you got something for the people, man? You just work here? Now he just work here, but he putting in a lot of work in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen him, you know what I'm saying, tearing that mic down. I don't believe this week I ain't seeing him. Last week. Damn right. Over there on the Magnificent Mile tearing it down, man. That's right.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house.
Matter of fact, give me from the top so we can see what we're talking about right here.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. If you desire the office of a bishop, you desire a good work. You desire, you know what I'm saying, the office of somebody that rules over a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that to instruct a lot of people what to do, you know what I'm saying, to be the leadership of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you desire good work. You know what I'm saying? Read. Verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless. Must be what? Blameless. Must be blameless. He must be blameless. That meaning what? He should follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. We should not be able to look in this bishop's resume
and see, you know what I'm saying, all type of lies, destruction that he's putting down on the people. We shouldn't have cases to where this man is, you know what I'm saying, molesting children and committing all of these fornications under the Most High. We shouldn't have all of these things. Read.
Come. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife.
The husband of what?
One wife.
This is a scripture that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people get misconstrued, you know what I'm saying, into say, like, ooh, there you go. See, you know what I'm saying? God said you can only have one wife.
Right.
A bishop can only have one wife, but this is, like I said, the Bible speaks in metaphors and similes and parables and all these things. So you have to be careful with what you do. If a bishop must be you know what I'm saying, the husband of one wife, then the Apostle Paul wouldn't be speaking. You know what I'm saying, too?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Apostle Paul didn't have a wife. Yahweh King, he couldn't be a bishop. He couldn't be a leader of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because he didn't have a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That, and if you're talking about a literal woman as a wife, you know what I'm saying? But what this scripture is talking about right here is talking about one doctrine, the truth. That should be your wife. That should be who you are tied to for the rest of your life. That's what you tied. That's your one wife. You know what I'm saying? This doctrine, this truth that the Most High is giving you. You know what I'm saying? To give to the people. Read.
Come.
Vigilant. You must be able to decipher a lot of things about life and different things of that nature. Read. Sober, meaning you have to, you know what I'm saying, you have to be of a clear mind. Read.
Of good behavior. Like I said, following all these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the way he told us to do it. Read. Come. Given to hospitality.
You must be hospitable. You know what I'm saying? You must be courteous to your people. You know what I'm saying? When you have a guest, you know what I'm saying, treat them, you know what I'm saying, like royalty, man. Roll out the red carpet for your people. You know what I'm saying? When you have a guest. Read.
Right. Amped to teach.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be equipped to teach. You know what I'm saying? This Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like these women that we just seen, they in dire need of a brother that can really teach them these scriptures to learn how things really go in this world. Because if they go into a marriage with that type of mentality, you know what I'm saying, you know, just know that they won't be married for long. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because when something does not operate, you know what I'm saying, and decent in order, you know what I'm saying, then it's bound for destruction. Am I right about that, Kariash?
Right, come on.
What if I just say, man, I want to drive, man, but I ain't gonna get in the driver's seat, Kariash. I'm finna drive right here from the back seat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm finna drive from the back seat. You know what I'm saying? No, matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just hop on this side. I like it better on the passenger side, so I'm gonna just drive the car from this passenger side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do things decent in order. How things was built to operate, man. And you know, the Most High power he has, you know what I'm saying, his instruction manual. This is how you navigate through life right here. You know what I'm saying? Through these holy scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Come. Verse 3, not given to wine, nor no striker, not greedy of filthy liquor, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous.
These is all traits that you should not be, you know what I'm saying, should not feel you. You know what I'm saying? All of these are filthy and disgusting traits that you see every day in Christians. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know what I'm saying, them being, you know what I'm saying, given to wine. You see them being, you know, being strikers, being greedy, you know what I'm saying? Being brawlers, you know what I'm saying, not being patient, you know what I'm saying, being covetous. Of course they covet it, you know what I'm saying, because they want everything that's in your pockets. Of course they covet it, you know what I'm saying, but read.
Come. Verse 4, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity.
This is what a bishop should be. He should be ruler of his own house. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, in order for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be able to do anything for their community, we have to be able to rule our own house. You know what I'm saying? You can't claim to be a leader of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you don't have rulership in your own house. You are, you know what I'm saying, lying to yourself if you think that this is a task that you can do without, you know what I'm saying, without taking claim to that leadership in your own household, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where everything starts. Everything begins on the building of the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community in your own personal household. You know what I'm saying? You need all the elements and all the ordinance of how, you know what I'm saying, to build our kingdom and to building that personal household. You know what I'm saying? So if you not following the orders, you know what I'm saying, that was given to you by the Most High, you're not gonna be able to rule over his people. But read.
Come. Verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
How should he do what?
Take care of the church of God.
You can't take care of the church of God if you can't rule your own household. If you can't lay down the laws in your own household, how are you going to lay down the laws in our community? You know what I'm saying? You have to understand how to stand up and be a goddamn man. Stand up to your woman. Don't let your woman do whatever she pleases to do. You know what I'm saying? This is a mistake that Adam made. You know what I'm saying? We can go back to Genesis to see the mistake that he made. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's do that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Go to Genesis chapter 3. Because we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have to understand that this is a major downfall of our people to, you know what I'm saying, to not rule our house in the proper fashion. You know what I'm saying? I know our women are beautiful. Our women have a strong mind, you know what I'm saying? Meaning you can't hardly tell them nothing. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you stand on business with a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman. You know what I'm saying? If she don't follow your instructions, you know what I'm saying, it should become with consequences. Not saying that you're going to put your hands on her and abuse her, but the whole thing of it is, if you don't take your leadership seriously and you don't rule over this woman, then your house is going to be destroyed by that woman. You know what I'm saying? We can see it firsthand here in Genesis. Let's start. I guess we can start from the top. Let's start from the top.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made.
The serpent, that is the spirit of the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, Christianity has confused, you know what I'm saying, our people into believing this is an actual walking snake. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing of it is, like I said, the Bible speaks in metaphors. Just like a black man now today, when we think of a snake in our neighborhood, we call him, we think of a man that, you know what I'm saying, that's always sneaky and conniving. When we think of a rat in our neighborhood, we talking about that man that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna commit crimes with another man and then sell him up the river. You know what I'm saying? We looking at the situations like that. You know what I'm saying? All these type of things is just a black man's book speaking in metaphor. And this serpent that they talking about is the spirit of the so-called white man. Read.
Come. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
Read.
Verse 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Verse 3, of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Now,
the man has given the woman, you know what I'm saying, instruction from the Most High. That's the reason why she can run down what she's supposed to do and what she's not supposed to do. But she's, you know what I'm saying, right now being seduced by another spirit, by another person. You know what I'm saying? And when this happens, you know what I'm saying, which it can happen because that's the reason for the word naive is because, you know what I'm saying, women are near to Eve on being deceived by other people. You know what I'm saying? Women hear things, you know what I'm saying, from people, and it sounds good, and they just roll with it, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of sensitive fashions, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, us as men, you know what I'm saying, we have to set up boundaries for our women, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to read that as well in the Apocrypha. But read.
Come. Verse 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Verse 5, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
So when the serpent told Eve this, right, you know what I'm saying, when he told Eve this right here, you know what I'm saying, what should have rang in her brain, you gonna call God a liar? Right. Calling my husband a liar? Right. These are things that should have rang in Eve's brain if she had good leadership. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, Eve right now is going on her own intellect. You know what I'm saying, going on her own feelings, her own desires, and letting that rule over, you know what I'm saying, what she's been taught to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody been talking about this Remy Ma and Papoose thing. One of the things that I heard Papoose say, which was a disgusting thing that he allowed to happen in his own household, he's like, he allowed his wife come to him, you know what I'm saying? They have one of her friends from prison coming over, you know what I'm saying, to spend time with her and the family. You know what I'm saying? So the woman has her own room in the house because they got guest rooms. You know what I'm saying? So his woman comes and tells him, oh, besides sleeping with you tonight, I'm gonna go down there and sleep with her. You know? Damn. She let him know that that's what she's gonna do. So he's looking at her like, okay, all right, no sweat. He let her go and sleep with this woman instead of sleeping in the bed with him that night. You know what I'm saying? I guess they was having a good old girl sleepover. You know what I'm saying? He said that went on that night. The next night, he's like, he trying to get with her, trying to, be a husband, do his thing with her. Nah, she shunning him off. She's gonna go sleep with the girl again that night too. Now you as a man, you know what I'm saying, you let somebody come into your household, you know what I'm saying, now your wife is sleeping in the bed with that person instead of sleeping with you. You are being too lax, too lenient, you know what I'm saying, in your leadership. That's not proper leadership. You don't let, like my kids, they have instructions to do certain things. They can't just do what they feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let them do anything that's destructive. Now, if my kids decide that they're not gonna follow my instruction, by all means, they could do that, but they don't do that not in my presence. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespectfully to me. And they may even get put up out the household for not following my instructions. You get what I'm saying? Right. Just like the Most High. The Most High is our Father. We have instructions to follow. If we don't follow those instructions of the Most High, we can, you know what I'm saying, be ousted from his presence. Now we have to deal with the consequences of our own decisions on our own without that leadership. And that's the same type of stance you have to take as a leader and as a man. You know what I'm saying? Right, so that's cool. You got it, priest.
The thing that's heavy about that you bring up, sir, is a a lot of men gonna allow that to happen because it's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They thinking, oh, it just like you said, it's just girls, being, like,
They just might want to catch up on the old prison days.
Right. They just, they doing that thing, and some niggas think, that's attractive to them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize it's the same. It's really not too different than letting a man go over here. You see, she wasn't trying to give him no box afterwards.
All right, for sure.
You know what I mean? So like, you even allow something like that. Like you said, sir, even just because it's a woman, it's no different. You allowing something in your garden that shouldn't be in your garden, basically.
Damn right. Yeah, brother. That's heavy what you're saying, because Karyash, any kind of sexual deviancy is gonna lead her to something else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's exactly you exactly head on with it. So you men that think it's all cute for your woman to like to kiss on other women and have sex with other women, bring other women in y'all bedroom and live that type of lifestyle. I got a sad, a sad revelation for you brothers. But what's going to end up happening with that is that sexual deviancy is just going to lead to more sexual deviancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not going to stop at that woman. You know what I'm saying? She's going to feel like at that point, you know what I'm saying, that you are open up the floodgates. They call it Pandora's box, Karyash. You don't open up Pandora's box. Now it's the floodgates that's open. Like, whatever going to happen is going to happen. It's going down. Whatever she feels like she wants to engage in from this point forward is what she's going to engage in. And that came at your leadership. Now, if she decides your woman decides to go and be a whore on you, then you have no bearings over that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said you are not, you know what I'm saying, you are not even held accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? That is going to be her exit from your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with her anymore if she just decides to go and be a whore. So if she decides to go and do that, let her go and do that, and you go on and you live your life. But if she is requesting to do something, you are not to allow that woman to do that sin in front of you and continue on like this is supposed to be your woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see this in verse 6. Grab that verse 6 for me, priest.
So verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes.
And it was pleasant to what?
To the eyes.
Just what they see, you know what I'm saying? They got everything, in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? That this looks beautiful, looks lovely and luxurious. Just like, look at Cardi B right now. You know what I'm saying? She's divorcing Offset. And this whole, you know what I'm saying, relationship she having with this football player is just so exciting. And, they just kissing and all of this in front of the cameras and all kind of stuff, Karya. This man, you mad at Offset because he slept with other women. But this man he's not gonna go sleep with other women. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is this disgusting thing that our women you're gonna be tricked out of your spot. You're just gonna be tricked out of being, you know what I'm saying, the type of woman that the Most High has called you to be. You know what I'm saying? That football player is gonna treat you probably worse than what Offset is gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? You're more, you know what I'm saying, it's more beneficial for you to follow the Most High and stick with your husband, no matter who he deals with, you know what I'm saying, on the side. You know what I'm saying? How many women he has, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the law, statutes, commandments that you supposed to be with him to death. Not go and replace him with another man that's going to do the same exact thing to you, you know what I'm saying? And not to say nobody is supposed to be mistreated, because this is on both sides. This is coming from the side of a man, you know what I'm saying, that don't, you know what I'm saying, hold his woman to a standard, you know what I'm saying, don't hold himself to a standard to treat this woman in a certain fashion. A lot of our men don't even care about women leaving them or anything because they want to put them away anyway. They don't want to continue to have to deal with a woman for the rest of their life. It's too much yapping and too much this and that. I just want to be free and do me. This ain't what the Most High wants you to do. If you decide to put your rod in this woman, he has deemed that to be your responsibility until the end of your life, or until that woman goes and be a whore on you. You know what I'm saying? Sexual immoralities. You know what I'm saying? But read.
Come on, sir. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
And did what?
And did eat.
She did exactly what the Most High told her not to do. Read.
Come on, sir. And did eat, and gave also unto her husband.
And did what?
And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
And he did what?
And did eat.
And he did just follow right up behind her and did exactly what she wasn't supposed to do, and he did it with her. You know what I'm saying? He engaged with her in this sin. You know what I'm saying? And this was what we do as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When we see our woman, you know what I'm saying, going astray, and we don't say nothing and do nothing about it, we engage in that same sin. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stop. I want you to drop that right there. Grab for me Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 21. And we got to understand as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, that we have to, you know what I'm saying, protect our women. We have to protect our families. You know what I'm saying? This is not a light task that has been given to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. So don't be looking at a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman just for what she, you know what I'm saying, what she gives on the outside. If you look at Remy Ma, she, you know what I'm saying, she looks, you know what I'm saying, like a beautiful woman, but her spirit is nasty and disgusting, you know what I'm saying? Not only for what she's doing, you know what I'm saying, against Papoose, but you ain't doing good by nobody around you, you know what I'm saying? You are tearing down the Black community with that type of mentality, you know what I'm saying? You showing that, you know what I'm saying, that a man that's down for you, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to, you know, live your life, you know what I'm saying, with that man to the end of time, to the end of your time. You know what I'm saying? You can lay down and have a baby with this man, build a family, you know what I'm saying, build a household, and then just decide to go and be with another man when you decide to go be with another man. That is a disgusting example that you have made before the whole nation of Israel. And you're showing, you know what I'm saying, our young women, you're showing all of our people that, you know what I'm saying, you can take the sanctity of marriage for granted. But read.
Come.
You got it.
So what verse were you on?
Ecclesiasticus
25 to 21.
Come.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
Don't stumble at a woman's beauty. Don't end all things at a woman's face. You know what I'm saying? Test the spirit of a woman. You know what I'm saying? You as a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, you supposed to, you know what I'm saying, be looking at the spirit of that woman and building that woman up off of that. Don't just look for a woman and just desire her for the pleasure that she can give you. You know what I'm saying? The sex. Read.
Come. Verse 22, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
A woman that maintains her husband, meaning a woman that controls her husband, is gonna hate his guts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you see when you see, you know what I'm saying, a relationship like, you know what I'm saying, a Remy Ma and a Papoose. You know what I'm saying? The brother, you know what I'm saying, look like a real decent brother, you know what I'm saying? But we got to understand, if we don't gird up our loins like a man, and when that woman comes and approaches us, talking about my friend coming over, let me just sleep with her tonight instead of you. You know what I'm saying? You controlling the situation. You controlling your man at that point. You know what I'm saying? And you going to look at him with hatred and disgust. As you see how she looked at the brother now to this day. Them videos that she make with spewing all that venom, what does that look like to you, Karyash?
Look like a woman that got nothing but hate towards that man.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody she supposed to love. Somebody that was down with her when she was behind bars. You know what I'm saying? And she hates that man. Why? Because this man has let her control too much. You know what I'm saying? You as a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, you have to be the head of your household, whether you like it or not, whether it's uncomfortable or not. You have to say no. You have to set boundaries in that household. Read.
Come. It's like verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger with impotence and much reproach.
Read.
Verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
This woman is gonna break you down to your knees, brother, if you don't control that household, if you don't be the head of that household. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna make your knees weak. She's gonna break you down. Read.
Come. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin.
We just read about that, didn't we? You know what I'm saying? Where Adam, you know what I'm saying, let somebody seduce his wife into doing something that God told both of them not to do. And not only did he allow her to do it, he engaged in it with her as well. That's the beginning of sin. Read.
And through her, we all died.
And through her, we all died. Spiritually, we all died in that garden with them. You know what I'm saying? We go through the things that we're going through to this day, you know what I'm saying, being in slavery over here in America because of a decision that these two people made. And we have to realize this is how our households operate to this day. We are not supposed to just, you know what I'm saying, take our physical households lightly. You know what I'm saying? The way that the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household ran is how our kingdom is going to be built or destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Come. Verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad.
We shouldn't do what?
Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad.
You can't let, you know what I'm saying, a wicked woman gather anywhere. You can't allow too much liberty, too much freedom to these wicked women. You have to build them up to be princesses of the Most High. This is your task. When you lay down with that woman, this is your task given to you by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? With that said, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to pass the class off to Priest and Officer Karyash.